Hey, good morning, little Goff and Got this morning. Rain, it just happens. It doesn't happen very often, but anyways, it happened this morning twice. Shot well though. Like no complaints on the golf course today. Maybe I should play in rain more often. But anyways, thanks for joining me this morning. It's late. It's like 11:30, so we're like an hour and a half behind, but it doesn't matter, right? Hope everybody's having a good week. Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know what y'all doing, so you'll have to tell me what you're doing and how your week is going. But if it's going bad, let me help in any way that I can. If it's going good, make sure you're out there helping somebody. That's kind of what it's all about. Anyways, this week I want to talk about prayer. And gosh, Pastor this week was talking about how many times we actually pray versus how many times we actually think about praying and worrying and doing those things. And it really got me thinking to myself, how much I pray and actually what I pray about. And so I wanted to point two things out. I saw this last night. I saw it again this morning. We see this a lot on Facebook and social media. We see someone post, hey, prayers for so-and-so, won't go into details, or can't go into details, or don't want to go into details. And two things came to mind. One, what the heck are we supposed to pray for? And I'm going to show you a passage in Matthew that tells us we need to be praying specifically. And then two, what the heck you posting stuff like that on Facebook for? If they're truly your friends and they know you and they love you and they care for you, you should be able to talk to them and you should be able to tell them what's going on. So it was a little bit of a pet peeve for me when I saw that. It kind of gets under my skin a little bit. I know that I do things that get under your skin, so I'm not worried about that. we're all human, but it really just kind of was like, hey, what's this unspoken prayer request thing? And I don't know. So I want to read you this passage. It comes from Matthew 20, 30 through 34. And it just says that two blind men were once sitting by the roadside when they heard Jesus was going by. They shouted, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." So there's the first thing. They said, "Have mercy on us." The crowd rebuked them and told them to be quiet. They shouted all the louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." Jesus stopped here and he called them out. He says, "What do you want me to do for you?" "Lord," they answered, "we want our sight." So twice they called to Jesus in a generality and said, "Lord, have mercy on us." Twice they did that. And then he says, "What do you want from me? What do you specifically want from me?" And boom. So I'm just going to share something with you. When I pray, I pray for my family. I pray for my health, the health of my family. I pray for my career. And there are times that I pray specifically for my career. And that is, Lord, help us find bookings so that I can keep the band employed and so that I can keep doing what I love. Lord, help put people in our path that will help us in whatever way it is, whether it be booking or management or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Today, God answered a prayer for me. God put somebody in my path today, this morning, that I never would have imagined. I never would have imagined meeting them. I never would have imagined having the opportunity to speak with them. So my point here is God, Jesus himself, wants us to be very specific in our prayers. And I mean, I hear pastors talking about all the time. They get to a busy shopping mall and something so minute and so small as praying for a parking spot. But they do, and it works. Obviously prayer works, guys. I just dropped my golf club on my foot. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously prayer works. And the more specific we are, the better results we're going to get. And this passage tells us that. Like God says, what exactly do you want? And, there's always the will of God, but the will of God is always for our good. Sometimes when we pray for things, there's evil behind what we want, and we don't see it. Or God always gives good, and if He doesn't give it to us, there's a reason behind it, and we have to know that that reason is somewhere in there is evil that He is protecting us from. And so I just highly encourage you. One, if you're not praying, please pray. I don't care where you're at in your spiritual walk. If you're a brand new Christian or if you're a long-term believer, prayer life is so important, and we get lazy. But I'm telling you, if you're spending time thinking about it, you should be praying about it. Absolutely, whatever it is, a relationship, your job, your kids, your golf game. I mean, it's nothing stupid to God. And we all get busy and we get complacent. And but this passage, Matthew 20, 30 through 34, just really lays it out super clear. And I'm not telling y'all to just knock off the whole, y'all can do what you want on Facebook. But when you ask for an unspoken prayer request, don't expect answers. I mean, like, just don't. And if you don't trust the people that you're posting that and sending it to, you shouldn't be hanging out with them. You shouldn't be posting that to them. If you're not good enough friends that you can disclose what's going on in your life, then you definitely shouldn't have them on Facebook. I mean, let's just be honest. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox because that's just a pet peeve of mine. But it is true. You're not going to get answers to prayer if you're not specific. And this passage clearly tells us that. So I hope that this helps your prayer life, because it has definitely helped mine. And you know, whether the answer that I got today, this morning, manifests, who knows? But it was definitely an answer to prayer, and someone that I never would have met without it. So anyways, hope you all have a good morning. And as always, please share this post. Golf and God is getting attention for the right reasons, and I appreciate that. So click the share button, invite your friends to watch. As I always say, there's a lot of people who will not walk in the foot, will walk in by foot into the door of a church, but they will watch a video on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. And so anyways, thanks guys for joining me this morning. Sorry it was late, rain delay, nothing you can do. It's God, right? Y'all have a good day. Bye.